One of the myths and misconceptions that's lived with Nigerians for quite a while is the belief that the last 4 months of the year, popularly referred to as the Ember months, is packed with evil occurrences, especially road and highway crashes, leading to fatalities. The annual sensitization of the officers and men of the FRSC, however, suggests otherwise, attributing most of the highway casualties in this period to human infractions. The months down the line of 2025 Ember months and the end of the year fast approaching. What are the efforts of the FRSC to change this narrative and ensure a seamless end of the year's festivity? Panorama from Ibadan Network Center of the NTA is beaming its searchlight on safety on roads in the Ember months and beyond. I am your Hanko Lanridu. Thanks for joining us. The federal government of Nigeria has formally handed over, I'll take that again. The federal government of Nigeria has formally handed over skilled volunteers to the Republic of Sierra Leone as part of Nigeria's Technical Air Corps TAC scheme. The deployed team comprises high qualified experts, professors, a doctor of philosophy, PhD holder, and a holder of master's degree. Their collective expertise spans the critical field of law, medicine, and science. In a statement on the handover, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Ebiemfa, highlighted that the deployment is a direct fulfillment of President Bola Tinubu's commitment to strengthening the bilateral and multilateral ties with sister nations across Africa, including the Caribbean, as part of his broader vision for South-South cooperation. The Nigerian government's expertise, its appreciation to government of Sierra Leone for the warm reception accorded to the volunteers, and the statement underscore the prosperity and a shared destiny for all African nations and the Caribbean. It further emphasizes Nigeria's resolve to continuously explore new adventure of international cooperation for the purpose of mutual development and regional growth. Moving ahead, Oyo State government has gone a step forward to show its readiness to compete, collaborate, and thrive in the new African market. This commitment informed the post-engagement meeting of Oyo State Sub-National African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, implementation strategy, where the government met with critical stakeholders in achievement of the strategy during the week. Grace Anyoleke tells us more.
Ranking among the top 10 states in Nigeria with an internally generated revenue of over 65 billion naira, a GDP of over 3 trillion naira, and a teeming population of about 8 million, Oyo State takes pride in being a promising destination for investment. Highlighting the state's government's efforts within the framework of the subnational AFCFTA strategy, Governor Seyi Makinde stated that the initiative is one of the pathways to sustainable development that will outlive the present administration.
Natural resources alone will not take anybody out of poverty. They have to be backed by knowledge and productivity. You have to be productive. So after being productive, you need to channel it to ensure that you can earn foreign exchange for all those your efforts. But your state is well on that path.
The post-engagement meeting further underscores the government's commitment to improving the ease of doing business domestically, enhancing the livelihoods of residents, and opening up the state to transnational trade among African countries. Grace Anyoleke, NTA News.
Minister of Works David Umahi says President Bola Tinubu is committed to completing the ongoing Oyo-Ogbomosho Road project in no time to lessen difficulties being experienced by road users. The minister stated this while inspecting Ogbomosho section of the ongoing project. Abiodun Babalola reports.
The Minister of Works, while inspecting the level of compliance with technical parameters, materials, and safety standards at the Ogbomosho section of the road, expressed satisfaction with the progress made by the contractor. The minister says the road is strategic for transportation of goods and agricultural products from the north to the southwest, and this is why the federal government spares no effort at completing the road in no distant time.
I want to see how we review this job, but definitely the cost is 147 billion. I'm not ready to increase it by kobo, but I want to see how I can maximize, the project and then turn this place, because the design was for shoulders to be concrete and then the middle to be asphalt. No, I don't want to do asphalt in this 16 kilometer. I want to do concrete. I want to see the possibility of planting of trees.
He said the road, when completed, will feature solar-powered street lights with integrated CCTV cameras for surveillance. The contractor commended President Bola Tinubu's confidence in local contractors and promised timely delivery of Oyo-Ogbomosho Road projects. Abiodun Babalola, NTA News.
The management of the Nigerian Television Authority Ibadan Network Center has paid a courtesy visit to Oyo State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, at its Eleyele headquarters in Ibadan. Azizat Olagun reports that the visit was aimed at strengthening collaborations between both organizations in promoting road safety awareness and enhancing public enlightenment.
The sector commander, Rosemary Allo, welcomed the partnership, saying it will boost safety awareness and promote responsible driving among road users.
When it comes to public enlightenment, we need the media to help us to disseminate the message to the entire populace and the motorists in particular.
The zonal director of NTA Ibadan Network Center, Mr. Taiwo Iteroba, said the collaboration with the Federal Road Safety Corps will enhance public sensitization and give wider visibility to FRSC activities through effective media coverage across Oyo State and beyond.
To showcase and spotlight the activities of the FRSC command here in Ibadan. And the NTA offers that visibility, and that's exactly what we have spoken and discussed upon, and we are glad that it's a win-win situation for both parties, and I want to believe this collaboration will work very, very effectively.
Collaboration is expected to strengthen public awareness and reduce road traffic crashes across Oyo State.
Contrary to popular belief that ember months are bedeviled with multiple road crashes often leading to deaths, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, says the period is not different from other months in the year. However, it is a time when human factors lead to most crashes on the road. Grace Ayonleke takes a look at the effort of the FRSC towards safer road during ember months and beyond.
The last quarter of every year, popularly known as the Ember Month, often comes with increased travel activities due to festivities and other engagements needed to be accomplished before the year runs out. This rush often leads to spike in vehicular movement with attendant unfortunate road accidents. For many Nigerians, this season carries myth and other superstitious beliefs, but the Federal Road Safety Corps says the truth lies elsewhere, pointing to the choices of road users.
To the passengers, we want them to take responsibility while they travel. They also have this issue of loading people with animals with goods. Enforcement on overloading is ongoing.
With a lineup of sensitization programs across motor parks, highways, and media platforms, the Corps is sensitizing drivers and passengers on safe driving habits, proper rest for commercial drivers, and the importance of vehicle checks before journey to demystify the misconceptions.
I know they drink, so sometimes if I want sleep, I will just park my motor, will relax, before I will drive my motor.
The passenger have a right to talk to the driver. Remember when his driver is doing some kind of rough or something.
As Nigerians continue the festive rush, the message from the FRSC is clear. The Ember Month are not to be feared, but to be cautious while driving. Not superstition is the surest way to safe arrival. In Ibadan, Grace Ayonleke, NTA News.
And joining me in the studio to shed more light on demystifying Ember Months and efforts of the FRSC to curtail road crashes in the Oyo State Sector Command of the FRSC, Corps Commander Rosemary Alo. Thank you for gracing our program. Thank you. My first question to you is this. How do we arrive by tagging the last 4 months of the year as Ember Months?
The last 4 months of the year are tagged as Ember Months, especially because of the sound of those names. They end with Ba. And so the last 4 months, that is from September to December, are considered or tagged Ember Months. They are the last 4 months of the year. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. What efforts are your commission doing to make sure that they demystify the misconception that evil is synonymous with the last 4 of the year, which are the Ember Months?
The last 4 months are like every other month in the year. It's the activities of people, especially the motorists or the road users in general, that make it seem to be evil. The last 4 months, they are not evil, but the activities that surround this month make them seem to be evil. And it's especially because of the socio-economic and festive period that ends this month. And a lot of people want to place their activities, their programs during this time. Motorists, they want to make gains during this time. So there's a lot of rush for making money around this time, and especially our commercial vehicle owners or commercial users, drivers, they throw all caution into the air just to make gains during this time, and they are not taking the issue of safety serious or putting it into consideration, thereby causing hazards on our way, on our roads.
Thank you very much. And what are the enforcement strategies to curtail the excesses that constitute danger on our roads, especially on during these Ember Months?
We have a lot of activities in place already. And this Ember Month, for instance, has been tagged with a particular theme. And the theme is take safety, take your safety, take responsibility of your safety. Avoid distracted driving. So we are expecting and we are talking to all road users to take responsibility of their own safety and ensure that they don't have a drive while they get distracted while they are driving. So we have a lot of activities already in place, apart from our enforcement activities, which has to do with patrols. We have other activities like public enlightenment programs, one of which is going to the electronic medias for campaign, going to parks for campaign, and talking to people generally, even organizing town hall meetings. We have all those programs already in place, scheduled for these Ember Months. Like
you have already tackled collaboration with media. Let me move on to the next one. Any success stories so far talking about statistics that prove reduction of road carnage in Nigeria?
Yes, we have been having a lot of success in that regard. And this year, for instance, we are working on ensuring that we reduce the figure, further than what we used to have. But like I said before, it will involve everybody, the media also, of course, and it will involve all road users. The entire public will be involved because it's a collective effort. Road safety is not just for one person or one organization. Safety on our road is determined on the effort of everyone that makes use of the road.
Thank you very much. Before I let you go, briefly, your final words to Nigerians.
My final word to Nigerian is, all Nigerians is, please take the safety, your own safety, in your own hands. That is to say, take responsibility for your own safety. Avoid distracted driving. If you are going to drive, don't get involved in anything.
Thank you. Because
driving is 100% requires 100% concentration.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I've been speaking with Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Commission, Oyo State Command, Corps Commander Rosemary Alo. Thanks for finding time to grace the program.
Thank you, sir.
Panorama continues. Please stay.
Asian Agency, NOA.
You're welcome back. The wife of Oyo State Governor Tamuno Minini Makinde has celebrated top 6 candidates in WAEC examinations across the 3 senatorial districts in the state. Correspondent Yemisi Ajagun reports that they were presented with brand new laptops as part of activities commemorating International Day of the Girl Child in Oyo State.
Themed, The Girl I Am, The Change I Lead, Girls on the Front Lines of Crisis. The event focused deliberation on the future of the girl child. The wife of the Oyo State Governor, Tamuno Minini Makinde, urged teachers to go beyond classroom instruction by nurturing the confidence and leadership potentials of every girl under their care.
Every girl has the right to dream big, to work hard, and to shine bright. If you can imagine it, you can become it.
Other stakeholders reaffirmed the state government's unwavering commitment to creating an enabling environment where girls can thrive, lead, and inspire change in all spheres of life.
We enlighten the children on what their rights are.
Some of the students also shared insights on the gain of the celebration.
Through hard work, dedication, and perseverance, I achieved the aim. She should not be abused, neglected, or be a tool for exchange of money.
The event, which underscores the state government's dedication to advancing the rights, education, and empowerment of girls, also features student presentation, a panel session, and the distribution of gifts to both students and teachers. In Ibadan, Yemisi Ajagun, NTA News.
The Committee of Chief Medical Directors and Medical Directors of Federal Tertiary Hospitals in Nigeria have met in Enugu to chart a new course for healthcare delivery in federal tertiary hospitals in the country. Chidi Okafo reports that the quarterly meeting was held at the University of Nigerian Teaching Hospital, Itukwuozala. The report is presented.
Compliance with regulatory requirements in federal tertiary institutions.
Each and every one of us who has come here, we better prepared for the challenges he faces at his place of work.
We use our meetings as opportunity to benchmark with different centers, right? So when we go to any place, we see what they are doing and rub minds.
So we are working together to make sure that we meet this mandate, and the Minister of State are supporting us very well.
Chairman, House Committee on Health Institutions say the meeting will come up with strategic planning that will help improve healthcare services and infrastructure in hospitals.
It is an interesting meeting, and as we cross-fertilize ideas over the sector, it is our assurance to Nigerians that there will be improved health care service.
Members of the committee, accompanied by the representative of the Minister of Health, Dr. Salaudin Jimo, inspected facilities at Itukwuazala and the old site of the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Enugu, as well as the oncology department.
To raise awareness on breast cancer, which has been identified as the most common among women all over the world. As part of efforts to reduce the preventable deaths from breast cancer, especially among women in underserved communities, stakeholders are drumming support for increased awareness and timely support in screening for women in Oyo State. Kemi Oshi files in the report.
With the global reflection on breast cancer awareness in the month of October underway, wife of former governor of Oyo State, Florence Ajimobi, is raising support to increase survival outcomes of breast cancer cases through access to screening and early diagnosis. She noted that the experience of losing a family member to the scourge has become her motivation.
No other family should have to go through such a loss when awareness, early detection, and timely care can make all the difference.
Commending the initiative, member House of Representatives Remi Oseni and other stakeholders lamented the high cost of care, especially for rural dwellers.
I moved a motion on the floor of the National Assembly calling for the federal government to subsidize dialysis, treatment, and all cancer-related matters.
We shouldn't look to the urban areas alone. The rural area is very deserving of our attention.
1,000 women are to benefit from free breast cancer screening for life-saving interventions and accurate health information in underserved communities in Ibadan. Kemi Oshi, NTA News.
Up next is sports updates. Let's join Suleiman Musa for the latest from the world of sports.
Rivers United had a disappointing start to their CAF Champions League campaign, losing 1-0 to Black Bulls of Mozambique in the first leg of the second preliminary round on Saturday. Despite Rivers United dominating possession for significant stretches, they failed to convert several clear opportunities that could have altered the outcome of the game. The Pride of Rivers now faces a challenging task as they prepare for the crucial return leg in Uyo next weekend, where they must win by at least 2 goals to progress to the group stage of Africa's premier football competition. In related news, Remo Stars will begin their 2025-2026 CAF Champions League second qualifying round against South African champions Mamelodi Sundowns on Sunday at the MQ Abiola Stadium in Ibadan, coming off a strong performance where they defeated USC Milaju 5-0 on aggregate. In the first round, the Navy Blues approached this challenge with confidence. However, they face a tough test against a seasoned opponent, as this will be their first appearance in the CAF Champions League. An aggregate victory for either team will secure a spot in the group phase of the Champions League. Elsewhere, the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) is set for an eventful weekend. A key clash will feature city rivals Kano Pillars and Barao FC vying to improve their league credentials, as both teams currently sit at the bottom of the standings in 19th and 20th place. Other matches include Bayelsa United hosting Kun Khalifa FC, El Kanemi Warriors taking on Wiki Tories in a Northeast derby, Abia Warriors visiting Shooting Stars, Niger Tornadoes facing Plateau United in a North Central derby, and league leaders Nasarawa United competing against Ikorodu City in Lagos. And lastly, in the English Premier League, Chelsea and Manchester City achieved comfortable victories, defeating Nottingham Forest 3-0 and Everton 2-0 respectively. Sunderland pulled off a surprising 2-0 win over Wolves, while Burnley triumphed 2-0 against Leeds United. Brighton narrowly beat Newcastle in a fiercely contested match. Crystal Palace shared point with Bournemouth in a thrilling 3-3 draw, and Arsenal returned to the top of the league with a hard-fought 1-0 win over Fulham. Looking ahead to Sunday's fixtures, Tottenham will play against Aston Villa, while Liverpool aims to break their losing streak of 3 matches as they host Manchester United at Anfield. With Sports Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
All on Panorama from Ibadan Network Center of the NTA. Thanks for watching. I am Lanre Du. Enjoy the rest of your day.